He'll cry. He'll poo-poo in the sky. It's another edition of a semi-useless show. Welcome to another edition of a budgety, semi-useless show with no intro. How's it going?
Way to go.
Yep. How's it going there?
Yeah. Hi, people.
Hey, people. I am your schmo host for tonight. I almost said Throb Odenkirk, but I said that last time. Throb Odenkirk. It's not funny. It's not funny because I've already used it. No, I am your host, Philip D. Spot, filling in for Jimmy today. And my schmo host is Sam. He just so happens to be my brother. Never mentioned that before, I don't think.
This name of the show is Oh Brother.
Oh, brother.
Yep.
Yep. Like your dick there. Oh. The show brought to you by Bugs Bunny's Cigars.
Oh, fuck.
Explosive. I didn't even get to light it and it exploded. I should have known there was something wrong with it when it just looks like a poodle shit. It's just so bad. This is just bad. Anyways, this smells like black licorice. Well, here's a show. It's 64. The show is 64 episodes old. And it's brought to you by Mississippi, which is what the shirt that I'm wearing.
What sort of Mississippi is that? Is it talking about like the river or the state?
It's the Mississippi version of Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Mississippi Blues is what's
Minnesota Mississippians.
Not the Minnesota Blues. Nobody really cares about Minnesota Blues.
No.
Usually Mississippi.
Yeah.
Mississippi. So, hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
We should play What Would Google Say?
What's that?
What Would Google Say is
Might have helped
probably...
if you told me before the show started.
I don't know. I'm just saying we should do it. Somebody's probably already come up with it. But basically, we decide a certain phrase or something that maybe might be a little bit extra, possibly sexual or some sort of innuendo or ambiguously raunchy, and see what Google would say.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, all right, let's say you have a situation where something happened, you had a caged animal, and it may or may not have been poisoned, and you're worried about a family member. You might specifically... Venomous. Or why wouldn't it be poisonous?
Poison venomous animals, poisons like plants and shit.
Yeah, but what about isn't when you do get bit, if it's venomous, then are you venomed or are you poisoned?
You're venomed.
You're venomed.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard anybody say venomed before.
I think it falls under poison control too. I might be completely wrong, but I think I'm right.
There could be a venom.
Fact check that. Well, we could just go to Google and ask Google if that's right or not, but we'll see.
All right, what would Google say?
For what?
For that.
Oh, well, no, we don't actually check facts. We're just going to say, all right.
Christ's sake.
Are animals poisonous?
Are animals poisonous?
List of poisonous animals. Not to be confused with venomous animals. So you're right. There are poisonous ones and venomous ones.
Right.
So.
Then you're right.
So frogs and stuff are poisonous. So I get it now. I think if they bite you.
Poison arrow frogs.
Yeah. I think,
well, see, frogs, yeah, the poison arrow frogs, whatever they are, it's something I think they secrete. I don't think they bite you. It's something
that makes sense. Then, yeah. So venomous would be like the ones like a spider and spiders and snakes and shit like that are venomous. And then like one that's just like if you touch it even, it's like that's poisonous.
Yeah, how fucked up is that in the animal kingdom? How you have a frog, it's like, oh, there's a frog, they're harmless, and then just they secrete your death.
It's not even fair because not all frogs have that. It's just like, how come some frogs have that and some frogs don't?
Imagine somebody in the Amazon just being like, "All right, we're just because we do stuff like this,
Yeah.
and we're fucking crazy, according to American standards, we're pretty crazy. We're in the Amazon, we're doing shit.
They probably
That-
drink Coca-Cola over there and stuff now.
Probably they fucking wear
Old Navy.
Florida
Yeah.
tourist T-shirt, and fucking New Smyrna Beach and Daytona Beach fucking T-shirts. Speaking of New Smyrna Beach, the rich are coming.
Wait a minute, hang on. What's your story about the venomous or poisonous frogs and shit?
I
forgot.
Yeah, somebody in the Amazon, because they do kooky stuff.
No. Before that, what were you actually talking about?
Well, if you have a family member that
No,
may
we're
have
gonna
had
ask Google. We're gonna do the Google thing.
yeah, that is what it was.
Okay.
But also,
Okay.
if you're in the Amazon and you just so happen to be licking frogs, probably a bad idea. That's all I'm saying.
Frog lickers.
Don't do that. Yeah. So, what they actually do though is they use the venom of the frogs and they put it in the poison arrows and shoot it.
The poison of the frogs.
Yes, the poison of the frogs. I never learned what I learned. Anyways,
I know, I'm correct. I had to correct you for what you originally said.
the best part about me that people need to know is I'll fight until eventually I'm right. There's very few things that people will fight me long enough on, and Jimmy's good at fighting me on stuff like that because he'll fight till he wins too.
You know what? Go on.
And I will fight till I win in normal circumstances, and then I'll forget which side I was on.
It's funny. Just
totally ruin my theory.
We always come up with stuff, and then we can just Google it. And then the argument's over. But we just like the whole sound traveling and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the gold thing was bullshit, but the whole sound traveling over. You said that 2 years ago. I could have looked it up a million times by then. I just want to keep it going. I just want to keep an argument going, and not look it up because it's just funner to keep it going.
Well, the thing is after you say something like the only way you can get the color gold is with gold, then my credibility goes completely out the window. And anything that I say, you're going to think that I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
And I am full of shit. Try to disprove that. I'll take a dump right now.
Let's wait. Well, let's wait till the shitty aftermath.
Okay, I'll wait till shitty aftermath.
Take a dump in a sunroof.
So, speaking of what would Google say, going back to that.
Yeah.
Now, if here's an example. If you had, like I was saying before, you have an animal in the house that may be venomous or poisonous, one of the two. Who knows what animal it is?
Toxic.
Toxic. It could be toxic to your health. And a family member touched or handled it, and then you want to ask Google, for instance, my sister pet my snake, and so you might want to see, you type that in Google and see what happens.
We want to type that in Google.
Huh?
It's a little incestuous.
No, it's not though. See, that's what I'm saying. It could be a legitimate thing that somebody types into Google.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with that?
My sister pet my snake. I'll type that in Google. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. First things that come up.
Oh, you got it under control.
All right, here we go. Pet python strangles my sister's Barbie. My pet snakes. I'm trying to see which one. See, when you look up something in Google, sometimes you don't always find what you want. And then you type in something because you're trying to trick Google. You know how you go oh, it's as if I'm asking a question, like you're fucking playing Jeopardy. And all you're trying to do is look up something. So if you were to stick with the front page and actually scroll down, you try to look for the best answer to what you asked. And if you don't find it, then you move on to trying to trick Google to give you what you want. So in this case, my sister pet my snake and, well, let's try to look for a legitimate thing.
For the record, we don't have any sisters, so.
No, we don't.
So this is all okay.
But if we did, I'd have to look this up. If she pet my snake and, it bit her and it spit at her. You know what I mean? You never know what can happen if your sister handles your pet snake. So let's see. How to handle a pet snake. Python measures victim. Don't even know what that means. There's Python and measure in there, so that's hilarious to me. Hilarious. I just remember when I remember that thing with Louis C.K. He's like, "What do you mean that's hilarious? You that's not hilarious. It means hilarious means that you said something so funny that you went insane. That you went insane." That is what that means, though. And I still use hilarious as if it's a regular fucking thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. You can just type like, "Oh, that was hilarious," and then you just
Oh, that's
lose your face.
hilarious. My sister fed my puppy her snake. Shouldn't it be the other way around? My puppy her snake. My sister said her boyfriend has a one-eyed snake. That's the one I'm clicking on.
Yeah.
My sister said her boyfriend has a one-eyed snake. What pet store sells one-eyed snakes? This is exactly what I was looking for. Best answer. I don't think that's good for the snake. Normally, animals born with defects such as being cyclops don't live long after they're born. And if it was in a fight or was abused, it has one eye. It's because of that. Well, it's lucky to have survived. That's exactly what they wrote. Is the snake's name Lucky? That would be ironic either way. I love how this one's just like whoosh, the best answer. It just went right over their head.
Wow.
Just type in a name and select a state. Then brace yourself for what you might on you or anyone else. This is exactly how they wrote it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not reading this wrong. Sister, ask your sister. I bet she is a one-eyed snake expert. That's the best answer. All
Nice.
right. So Google really didn't say anything on that one. So being that one was, I don't know, maybe it was just too not obscure. Well, it could be obscure, just for the fact that it could be an exotic animal or something like that, right? So you gotta, it went to one-eyed snake, so at least we got something there. Let's try something a little easier. So let's just type into Google 9-inch rod and see what happens. I think we'll find something interesting when we do that. 9-inch rod. Oddly enough, a rod didn't come up. It says 9-inch rod. They look like shoes. Now, maybe Jimmy could help me here if he was here. J-Rod? Is that
J-Rock?
no. J-Rod, that's a basketball player, right?
I don't
Do
know.
I not know? The fuck is J-Rod? I just love how his shoe comes up which is funny because 9 inches would be pretty small for a basketball player's foot, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, J-Rod, Waltons, and thebusiness.com. J-Rod, Waltons, Business. Don't even know who the fuck this person is. American rock band. Business. It can't be the same one. I don't see why they'd have a shoe. This is more like a sports question.
Yeah.
So 9-inch
So skip
rod. 9-inch rod. Oh, no, I'm not skipping
Oh.
it. Let's see. You can skip a 9-inch rod. Fly rods. La, 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 la. You got fly rods. Oddly enough, a penis didn't come up, though.
No.
A shoe did, and I thought an actual rod would. All right. Are all beavers brown? Google.
Are all beavers hairy?
Are all beavers brown? I just want to go with are all beavers brown, see what happens. Beavers, beavers, beavers. There's beavers everywhere. Beavers in your face.
Damn.
Bio kids. Kids inquire of a diverse species. Brown with brown ears. Beaver or muskrat? I don't know. If it's rabbit, it doesn't matter. Just don't go near the beaver. If it's rabid. It's North American beaver.
Oh,
Actual-
poisonous.
It's yeah, they could be poisonous too. It's a legitimate
venomous.
question. It's a legitimate question. So far we've gone through 3 legitimate questions without any sexual things coming up, which is odd. There's sticky stuff on my carpet. Let's give that one a try. Hey Google, there's sticky stuff on my carpet.
Are you actually asking it through the voice, or?
No, I'm cutting and pasting whatever I wrote
Oh.
down.
Oh.
Just trying to see. Okay, I had the small carpet with some kind of sticky stuff, almost like duct tape. Wouldn't harm the original carpet, blah, 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 blah.
Sticky
Bad
stuff.
answers. Bad answers.
I found sticky stuff with a black light.
Is that what it says?
No, but
Goo Gone. No, this person's actually saying use furniture polish. I just love the horrible answers.
sure you don't want to use knob polisher?
Knob polisher is an actual product. It's funny that you said that because that'll bring me to the next segment then that we're about to go to. But let's put a couple more in here and see what we got. Which upright sucks harder? Upright 6. Rate beer. Bunch of beer shit coming up.
Really?
Maybe I'm missing something here. Upright 6. Number 6. Rate beer. Ratebeer.com. Upright Brewing Company. So basically, it goes all the way to a craft beer company, and it's rating their beer whether they suck or not. And that's what you get when you put which upright sucks harder. No vacuum at all.
No vacuum.
Nope. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which electric sweeper?
Oh no, okay, we got
sucks
Dyson.
harder?
The first top 2 is beer rating. That's interesting.
Yeah,
would have never
know
thought
what
that.
you're come up with. Not sexual, but interesting.
Very interesting. That's actually more interesting than just a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Google, I got a good one for you. Can I butter my own biscuit? Let's take a look-see. Urban Dictionary, butter your biscuits. I don't know if I count the Urban Dictionary all the time.
No?
Well, I mean, it is a dictionary, and it's not the old dictionary, and pretty much anything could be in it. Let's see what butter your biscuits mean. Term used in online video games after killing one or several people.
Interesting.
Video game fact.
He just made it up himself and put it on the website because I've never heard it in my entire life.
Yeah, exactly. Example, even though it was made in 2006, obviously didn't catch on. They just got their biscuits buttered. I just buttered your biscuits. Holy shit, Doug fucking buttered my biscuit. You've never heard that before?
No. Totally just made it up himself.
Okay, so now here's what I have to say about this. Uncredible. Because if Sam doesn't know it, then, I mean, if you don't know it, man,
there's some people that know, there's some people that might know, like Counter-Strike stuff, but I knew all the Counter-Strike stuff.
I think maybe one server it caught on.
Yeah.
And then they ended up putting it in the
It happened a lot with World of Warcraft and stuff, like a thing that you just think is gigantic, and they just like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's kind of completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time for useless facts. Let me hear some of that sweet facts music. Got a fax coming in?
I think so.
Wow. Yes, that sounds professional. That must be a real fax machine. All right. Let's see here. Facts. You ready for some semi-useless facts?
Sure thing.
All righty. Semi-useless fact number 1. The guy who took Windows2000.com. Some of these are from Reddit. All of them. No, the last one's not from Reddit. From the Today I Learned section. But the guy who snagged, as they say, is there a fax machine problem?
It just does whatever it wants sometimes. It's just, That's
a typical fax machine. That's how you know you got a real good fax machine. So, the guy who actually bought Windows2000.com, the man's name was Bob, which in the story they didn't say what his last name was. It was not Odenkirk, so just stop it. So his name was Bob, and Microsoft happened to own, also they owned Bob.com, which is weird. Don't know why.
But they trade it?
At one point in time, they agreed to actually trade. Bob ended up going, all right, you guys can have this, but I want Bob.com.
Oh, my God.
Which is weird because Bob.com, I mean, like, could you
I don't know if I
imagine?
want the money or that more. Because you probably make so much money out just having Bob.com.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could actually, with Bob.com, probably make more money than Windows2000.com.
I know.
Seriously. Like, what random person needs Windows2000.com?
I know. You just go like
Except for to sell it to. It's ridiculous.
It probably like redirected to like some other website anyways. I don't know.
Think about the best thing that he could have done
That was it.
as Bob.com.
Three-letter website of his
Exactly, because who's he going to trade it? I mean, here's what he needs. He wanted Bob.com, which is great, but they ended up doing a trade.
Yeah.
The best thing that he could do is open a window company, and it would already be dated because it'd be 2000. So
no one can reuse it. Yeah, I know. And then somebody actually will buy Bob.com from them.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely.
It could be Bob Ross.
I know.
Of course, they would want BobRoss.com, though,
He was
if
already
anything.
applied way by then anyway.
Now I'm trying to think of how actually useless Bob would be, because if it was a famous Bob or anything significant, you figured it would be bobsomething.com.
Yeah.
Maybe people don't need bob.com that much.
I don't know.
I almost want to look it up and see who owns bob.com.
Almost want to.
Yep. Hey, Google. It's time to ask Google.
Yeah.
Hey, Google. Who Bobs?
Let's just look. I'm just going to go to Bob.com real quick and see what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Go take a look. You're a fact checker.
I don't even need Google for that.
Oh, okay.
Best of business.
What search engine are you using?
Best of business.
What search engine?
Nothing. I just typed in Bob.com.
In what?
Just in Firefox. There's no search engine. You just type in Bob.com.
Firefox is a search engine, though.
No, it's not. It has a search engine, but it just uses Google or Yahoo or something.
All right, so which one did it use?
It didn't use anything. It just went to Bob.com. There was no search engine at one time.
I don't understand how you get a direct connection to Bob.com without
That's what you do. Type in Bob.com. That's what an internet browser does.
Oh, so that big thing all the way at the top is an internet browser.
Yeah, you don't have to go. You don't have to use a search
Not
engine.
sponsored by anybody or owned by anybody in particular.
That's what the domain name is and stuff. That's what.
Is it at least a Windows internet browser?
It's Firefox.
Yeah, but I don't have Firefox, and I have the same thing.
Chrome.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Oh, there goes my dog. Every time the fucking phone needs to be charged.
No, it's your internet browser that tells it where to connect to.
Hang on one second. Let me beat my dog. Just kidding.
But anyway, you can still hear me, right?
I can still hear you. It's just I was yelling at my dog.
Best of business. That's a pretty good one. It looks like an old website too now. By today's standards, usually they're a little more updated looking, but
Best of business is what Bob.com is?
yep, best of business.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But why wouldn't it be B.O.B.com?
Because nobody wants to type that. They just want to type Bob.com.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's a good reason why.
You know, there was a time when there was no search engines. You had to type another website like that. Like you had to type in Bob.com.
Care about the caveman days and what they did back when they were in caves.
Like that. You can just type when you type in like Google.com, you're not using a search engine to get there. Or you type in like Facebook.com.
Fucking searching things with clubs and fucking dinosaur bones, smashing on
cave drawings,
smashing on the keyboard back in the day.
They draw cave drawings and then they send them with smoke signals.
Fucking just
shit. They put a letter in a bottle, which they didn't have bottles back then, so they didn't have that. I don't think they didn't have glass working, so there's no bottles.
No bottles at all. So, best of business?
Yep. Pretty good.
Speaking of bad business, Nepal Airlines. Oh, another fax coming in. I mean, yep, here we go. Here's a fax. It's coming in. Oh, my goodness. Look at it. It's just coming from all directions. We got another fax. Speaking of bad in business, it's best in business, but speaking of bad in business, Nepal Airlines has the worst safety record in the world. And has actually
airlines because they had like 3 planes in 1 year go down.
Well, think about it. There's Malaysian Airlines, and then there's the worst airline in the world, according to this. So just think of that times at least one more crash. At least, I'm thinking, on a yearly basis. Nepal Airlines. Didn't even know it exists.
No, I didn't either.
Didn't even know it exists, Ed. Nepal decides to super glue wings onto things that go fast, and they just fall out of the sky. Is that really the fax machine going again?
Mm-hmm.
That fucking piece of shit.
Might as well just sets the mood for the whole useless facts thing.
I hate fax machines. They ruin our lives, but except for the fact that they give us useless facts.
Yeah.
So they have the worst safety record in the world, this Nepal Airlines, and they actually used animals to fix their technical problems. They sacrificed goats in order to fix their technical problems.
Yeah.
How metal? Yeah, how metal is that? When you sacrifice goats, how metal?
That is pretty much it.
That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
That's pretty much as metal as it gets, because that's just...
It's pretty metal, but it does get more metal than that. Third useless fact. Punchy on that little fax machine over there and make fax noises. Okay. Third useless fact of the day. Third fake pull of a piece of paper to make it look like I received a fax of the day. What are we at? Number 3? Skeletons in the pool scene of the movie Poltergeist. I'm just reading this one directly. Skeletons in the... I'm not even ad-libbing. Skeletons in the pool scene of movie Poltergeist were actually real human skeletons. Do you want to know why?
Sure.
Well, since you're here, I'll tell you. Because they were cheaper than buying props.
Really? How?
Yeah, they're actually... Because I would imagine that if somebody knew somebody... Like, think about it this way.
They knew somebody that had a friend that's dead.
Elwood, shut the fuck up. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I thought I muted that. Up. So, where were we? Skeletons. Yeah, if you have a friend of a friend that knows where you can get a skeleton, as opposed to somebody going, oh, yeah, we will fill in the order of a skeleton mold. We will make you a skeleton mold. It's going to take 6 to 8 weeks. Well, fuck that. I'll just go get a real skeleton from my buddy over here. He's a fucking funeral home. Right?
You have to pick all the meat off and shit, though.
Yeah, well, for my buddy over here, then, that has a cemetery where worms have already picked the meat off the bone. God. And that's where you get your skeletons from. I wonder what they did, though. They may have, like, acid soaked them or something. I really actually wanted to look more into that.
It's supposed to actually be nasty skeletons, aren't they?
I would assume that if it's not just bone, that it's probably pretty disgusting. But I'm almost thinking that they got the skeletons. I can't remember the scene that they're even fucking talking about, honestly.
I've never seen that, so.
I'm going to have to watch it again because I don't even remember that scene. But maybe Daniel the Demon would know. Let's see what he's doing. Let's call him up.
Call up Schmoses. I mean,
it's call Schmoses. Yeah.
Or Schmoses of the day.
I bet you Daniel the Demon would know exactly what scene I'm talking about. But everybody that I need on the show today is not on the show.
Nope. It's got my useless ass.
Yeah, well.
You can actually see, like, the cars go by. Like, you see the red in my window back there. Never noticed that before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. You should get yourself a Glamour Shots background.
I got a curtain back there.
It's curtains for you. Curtains, I tell you. So skeletons in the pool scene, yeah. So they were real. Doesn't get more metal than that.
No.
I just out-metaled the last fact.
Yeah, I know.
Facts number 4. Fuck, I almost knocked my microphone off. God, I want to smoke. You know, I'm pissed off. And you know why I'm pissed off?
No, why are you pissed off?
I don't have a beer. I thought I'd have like one beer in the fridge. I can't smoke this thing as much as I want to smoke it. It's a cigar and it stinks, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it smelling the room, but it smells like black licorice, and it'll smell like black licorice for like 5 days.
It probably smells better than a cigar, though.
It tastes... I don't like black licorice, and this tastes good. Like black licorice taste is actually like a really good taste. This tastes good without even lighting it up. I forgot what the fuck these are called. Sugar dicks or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck they're called. Broken kegs. So, where were we? Oh,
Fax is coming in. This one took a little while.
I know. Jesus Christ. That's because this fax is actually from 1971.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Here it is. The Ringling Brothers.
Can you show this again?
I'm sorry, were you on the show? I forgot you were here.
Go on.
What were you going to say?
No, I said, show that to us again?
This? Was it this that you wanted?
No, I thought you were showing us something. I was just changing the screen to you.
Oh, yeah, sure. You can do that.
It's probably like important information that you didn't want streamed.
I just want to do a podcast, but I guess we got to have fucking people got to see us and everything too.
Go ahead with your thing.
No, I mean, like, what I'm saying is I just want to do a podcast, but people got to fuck you. Stop hanging out with us. Go away.
Yeah, all 0 of our viewers. Jimmy's not even watching.
You fucking suck. All our viewers suck my dick.
You know, Jimmy would be watching. He's probably actually doing something important, but he'd actually be watching because, you know, he'd be calling every 2 seconds if he was watching.
Probably. The own host of the show is not even watching.
Yeah.
So anyways, here we go. Facts number 4. The Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey, Bailey's whiskey, Irish whiskey. The Ringling Brothers, I need a beer. The Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus was purchased by Mattel Company, the Mattel Company, in 1971. Yep. So it doesn't get any more Mattel than that.
Where's my sound effects?
That was so good. The show froze.
Yeah.
Get rid of this fucking. We're getting rid of this segment. It sucks.
No, I like this. Pretty good. We got a real fax machine now and everything. We're stepping it up.
I know. And to think we didn't have a budget. Fax machines are so fucking old that you should be able to fax a fax machine through your phone.
You can almost do it with a 3D printer probably now.
You probably could.
Actually, like, what's going to happen is they're say the companies are going to say, we need you to fax this to us, like your situation that you got going on. You just be like, I don't have a fax machine, and they'll just 3D print one to you.
That's it.
They'll just 3D print you a fax machine before you actually get a fax machine. Like, here, now you can fax us.
Do me a favor and print me a 3D fax machine so I could just make it instantly obsolete and just use it for a copier for so many years.
That's basically what this one is here.
That's what the fuck we did with the store one forever. I was like, this still makes copies, not good copies. This still makes copies.
This is the store one, yeah.
Ever get a copier and just keep this fax machine, and that was over fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah,
that's how bad fax machines are. And one of my companies that I work with had the balls to actually tell me that they want me to fax orders to them after years of calling them. After years in business, doing business with them, they said, oh, you're going to have to fax orders now. And it's like, well, fucking welcome to the 80s.
Yes.
I mean, seriously.
Why can't you email it? Or why can't you just, you know?
It's unfucking believable. I'm like, I have to actually pay Bright House monthly.
They're really going in order because the phone came before the fax. So it's just like, okay, you used to be able to phone your orders.
Yeah.
Now you can fax them. Now you have to fax them. Maybe in 10 more years, you can, maybe you can.
20 years from now, I'll be able to do business with them again.
Maybe you'll be able to email it.
But I won't because they'll probably have no email by then, too. And I'll be like, you got to be kidding me. Email.
Pager it to them.
Yeah.
They probably started with Morse code.
Fucking assholes. That's a smoke signal deal.
Yeah.
I don't get how a company could even have the balls to say that. And I said, I can't be the only one. Yeah. I can't be the only one. And you're actually dealing with this particular business. You're dealing with people that are pretty curmudgeon in the first place. You know, I mean, the type of business it's attached to, it's just.
People will smash their binding machines and.
No specifics. I'm just saying. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll fax it over to you right now. Hang on, let me call Bright House and wait 3 days and 4 fucking hours just for them to be 30 minutes late. to come over and put a phone line in for me for an extra $20 fucking a month. You're costing me $20 a month for me to place one order with you every 2 months because I need a phone line to use the damn fax machine.
Yeah.
And I've already been unsuccessful at buying a printer, considering that it said laser copier and it's the 2000s. So I thought maybe, it would have color. But Amazon fooled me. I wish they could have, I wish Amazon, I like Amazon. I do business with Amazon. I sell video games.
They're one of our sponsors.
Sure. If they want, if they think so. If they have the privilege of being on our show, sure.
Yeah.
And no, I have no idea. All I know is I'm thirsty. Hang on 1 second. No whiskey in there.
No.
God damn it. I need alcohol.
Where?
Can you fax Jimmy an order for some Cigar City Brew? Tell him to drone it over to me immediately. You know, when Amazon sends me a non-color printer, when obviously they title it as if people specifically think that it might have color. When I think lasers, I think color.
Yeah.
When they say laser printer, I think color. I don't care how stupid people think I am for the title
like,
or whatever it is. It says laser printer. Of course, it could be black and white, but everything, even the black ink that goes with this laser printer, has the colorful red, white, and blue around it. So even when you look at the machine beforehand, you go, oh, am I going to have to buy extra ink? They do all this. There's algorithms and shit that they look at. Well, this person's going to look, and they're going to look down and say, oh, but it comes with a color cartridge, because you scroll down and it says comes with it, and then you see the cartridge that goes with it, and it's blue, red, and green, and all that shit. So you assume it's color. Then they send it to me. It's not. After all that, it does all this shit. Oh, but it scans in color. I guess so. Wouldn't that be a fucking feature?
Imagine getting laser eye surgery. You'd be colorblind when it's done.
Wow. So you just upgrade to the joke guy in the show when Jimmy's not around, right? Like you're the schmo host is the one that's supposed to be. But that's what pisses me off about that. It's like they actually, when I get the machine, I look and I'm like, where's the bad customer reviews? Where's the bad? I know other people are pissed off about this. Nobody's pissed off. They just say it does not print in color, but it does scan in color. That is useless fucking information. Almost as worse as a useless fact. It's fucking useless, and the reason why it's useless, it's like you know how everybody goes, I don't have 4G, my phone's not, it went down to 2G, it went down to 0. There's no 2G, there's no 1G. Nobody gives a fuck about. It's just non-existent. So when you say that it scans in color, of course it fucking scans in color. That's like saying I bought a car that drives. I actually bought a car the other day. It fucking drives.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
Michael is on the air.
All right, now we can start the show finally.
Yeah, Jesus, we were waiting for an hour and a half.
Yeah?
No.
We've been doing useless rants for the past...
Yeah, I've actually been ranting a little bit. A lot, actually. But,
what are you guys talking about?
right now we're talking about color printers and non-color printers. I was just about to explain that I want actually Amazon to send me a drone with a shipment on it, because I want them to take back my other printer that I have that doesn't print in color. When I went to go buy this thing, I went online and I said, all right, it's about 160, or it was 90 something dollars, marked down from like 120, 130. So I had a feeling it was a good color printer, right? Big printer, holds a lot of papers, has a scanner. Of course, that all comes with it now. And I get it and I set it up and I'm like, where's the color button? The way that printers are anyways, it's almost like cryptic. Because you're always looking around, it's like, all right, where's the fucking plug-in? Where's the buttons that just says scan and copy? There's always something about it that's just not perfect, like not right in your face like a bunch of products are. So I'm looking for the color button. Where the hell is it? It doesn't. It doesn't print in color. I actually bought a printer that doesn't print in color today in this day and age from Amazon, and I feel that I got tricked. I want Amazon to send a drone over here so I can blow it out of the fucking sky for doing this to me. It's unfucking-believable. And so what I had to do is I actually had to type up something that looked kind of like what I wanted to do, send it to Sam, and then Sam had to... What did you have to do? What did you do? Scan it and then end up printing it in color? Because I needed it in color specifically for some customers.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Do you add color?
What's that?
What do you add color, Sam?
No,
he's
he
actually got a color
made it in
printer.
color, but he couldn't print it in color. He made it on the computer in color, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then it prints out horrible quality because if you use red, like you got all black writing and then you have red letters just to highlight a couple things to stick out, like certain delivery day or specifics. And
Sure.
when you print that out in black and white, all it does is look like a faded black letters. So it's even worse.
Yeah.
So Amazon doesn't usually suck my balls, but that occasion it has sucked my balls. Mr. Garrison.
I mean,
Present that.
you're bound to find have some bad experience with Amazon, but for the most part, it's pretty good.
When it comes to things like
Yeah.
that, like modern technology, if you go to buy a printer on Amazon and it's marked down to $2.99, you assume that regular price that it has everything you want. I didn't even think about color, and I was explaining to Sam that the refills even have the colorful things, red, blue, and green on the outside of it, making it look like it's fucking color too, and it's not. Never can you get a color cartridge for it. It's not happening.
Okay, so you're sure that you don't have a color printer with only black ink in it?
That's not the case, I swear to you.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
But believe me, I made sure, double sure.
I asked him to.
I did not want to send it back. So I'm looking at how I justify how do I justify even keeping this fucking thing, first of all. But I looked and I'm like,
Right.
I can't be the only one that asks this question after the fact. And I look, and then there's frequently asked questions, and it says, no, it does not, real big, and frequently asked questions, which I didn't even look at. I just assumed. Laser printer, color printer, to me. And so I looked at it, and it says, no, it does not print in color, but it does scan in color. What kind of fucking useless information is that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, of course we're going to assume that. But, anyways, I've been going on with that for like a fucking half hour now. Sam knows.
Sounds
He was
fun.
here. Yeah. My rants and raves section of the show.
So what you got going on? Are you driving?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that question. So, are you driving or...
I'm home now.
Okay.
Oh, Christ. So, I want to see what your guys' opinions are. If you can come up with something like this off the top of your head, what do you think maybe the worst business names were ever? Actual business. I have a list of business names that were actually created in different countries. Most of them ours, and they actually have certain names that are just bad. You know, they could be sexual, whatever. Everything goes back to sex with me.
I don't like well, as far as local, there's one called I don't want to diss anybody local, but the pool butler. I think of someone that, and they even got like the butler. You've seen that trucks, right? The pool butler.
No, I haven't seen
You
that. It
seen
kind of
Pool
sounds like
Butler?
a good name, though. So
Yeah, but
what's
what do you think they do?
I think that they clean pools.
Oh, well,
Right.
I think that they serve drinks in the pool and shit. Because I guess you got the logo with the guy holding the drink and shit.
Oh,
You
yeah,
gotta
if
be
I
the
saw
only
the
one that thinks
logo, I'd probably think that.
Yeah, literally a pool butler is what I thought. I don't know.
Oh, come on. Who would go out and just serve you drinks at your pool? Although it is a good idea.
Catering and stuff. That'd be like a catering company or something. And then like
Then it would just be called The Butler.
no, I mean like catering for pool specialty though. Like they'll actually have people that serve you at a pool and stuff.
I thought
Alright,
you were
fuck
going to
it.
say... Oh, there goes my phone again.
Yeah.
Fucking
What else?
dog.
There's another bad one I'm trying to think
I
of.
was just going to bark through the whole show.
What's another bad one I'm trying to think of? You can go on. I'm just trying to think of it.
I'd love to go on, but my dog's gonna bark through the whole fucking show.
Yeah, I can barely hear him. It's all right.
Hey, Owen. Get on the show already. Why don't you?
He's way in the back. I can't even hear him that much.
So, anyways, with Pool Butler, I figured. Oh, he's like, I'll bark louder now. With Pool Butler, I figured maybe. Joip. Are you sure it's just not a guy that's serving you drinks while you're playing pool?
Could be that too.
Yeah.
So then they could just say the billiard butler.
There you go, the billiard butler.
Yeah.
So what's another? Well, there's another one. There's actually one locally that it's called Bottom Boys. I don't mean to call them out or whatever, but I don't know, why are you laughing?
What do you mean? It's Bottom Boys.
I haven't seen anybody at the place or anything like that. My wife just left. She's like, that cracks me up. Nicole's like, do they even know what that means? I'm like, it's just people that probably clean barnacles off of a boat or something.
No, it's got to be a gay club. That's all I can think of. What else could it be?
I don't know. It's not, though. But it has something to do with the marine thing because they got an anchor in it and stuff like that. But that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just saying that, I didn't think it was that weird or whatever. And there's a plug for you guys. Uh-oh. There goes the phone again. There's a plug for that company.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I shouldn't have said that.
Bottom plug?
So, Michael, do you have any local businesses or anything like that may, or not even local, some that you may have seen in passing that might be kind of a bad business name, or could you come up with one, or you think?
Local businesses with bad names.
Or just even a business that you could think that you might think of that might be the case. Like if you could think of something, like what would be a bad business name? Or even maybe take a guess at the list if you'd like.
You have a list of bad business names?
Yeah, some of them were. It's actually from what the hell is his name? John Boitnott. I don't know.
That name sounds familiar.
His name is my name too. Nicole came in and said Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I don't know why. I'm really drawing a blank here.
The guy that actually wrote the list, it was a top 15 list. It was on Menu Inc. And I guess that's a website. And the guy's name's John Boitnott. Sorry, dude, if I'm getting your name wrong, but this man made the list. He's got a best of, and I just kind of narrow it down to my best ofs. So I'm not going to read off all 15, but the ones that I liked on here specifically.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I really can't come up with anything.
The first one is Beaver's Trim Shop. If that kind of gives you a good idea of where this is going.
Yeah.
So there's Beaver's Trim Shop. This is in Texas.
I gotta imagine there's a lot of good ones in Texas.
I could see that. I don't even see them doing it on purpose.
Right.
In this actual particular business situation, the guy's name was Beaver, but I'm sure it's a nickname,
Yeah. Well.
And well, we know what the nickname
one
is.
can only hope that it's a nickname.
Yeah, it's who knows. I mean, the guy's first of all, it's a guy named Beaver. I wouldn't have even. This was a mistake that was made by the parents a long time ago.
So why doesn't you just? Why is he just named after a knife? Like you could just say some kind of knife. You could just his name's a business Beaver Cleaver.
Beaver Cleaver. I was actually thinking Beaver's Trim Shop. It could actually be. What would you even think it is? Do you think be a haircut place, or do you think he sells moldings and shit, or picture frames?
My guess would either be either a haircutting place by a dude named Beaver, or a like a taxidermy place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking of barber. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking barber too. Well, the correct answer is I don't fucking know because I didn't look that far into it. It's a shop in Texas, and the guy's name's Beaver, so I don't know why I even asked that question. Number 2. You guys ready for the next word? In my opinion, the second worst out of. Well, actually, I should say. Let's see, we got 6. I should say 5th worst because I've been ridiculed for not counting lists backwards before. So I'm supposed to go from fucking 6 to 1. Yeah. So all right, we won't do numbers. Let's see. The next one is
which is 5.
We'll do B for Blue Balls Boutique. That's the name.
Really?
Yep, British Columbia.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Canadians.
Yep, exactly. Not British people in Colombia.
Yeah.
Canadians.
You have to remind our viewers of that.
Yeah, well, that is very Canadian of them, even having a British Columbia, and it's not in Colombia.
Yeah.
Or Britain.
And nor British people even.
It's the District of Columbia.
Exactly.
It's spelled different than the country of Columbia. You know.
That's the thing is in the UK, British actually means district. They would do something like that now. Aluminium. So yeah, Blue Balls Boutique in Canada. Now that kind of sounds like a clothing shop, shit like that.
You say so.
You know, another thing, Melbourne. Like we think of Florida and Melbourne, but it's actually like Australian.
A dish at the Outback restaurant as well.
Yeah. Oh, really? The Melbourne?
Yeah, I think Melbourne. I think is like a 20-ounce porter, fucking blackened or some shit. I can't remember. The Outback
Are you
over.
sure it's not a way they cook it?
It could be.
Like you can get your steak in Melbourne. You might be right.
The Melbourne. I think I remember on the menu what they named the Melbourne was a 20-ounce T-bone. Maybe it wasn't a porter. What is a porterhouse steak? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Bone-in.
Is it bone-in?
A porter is very similar to a T-bone. I think it's a
Okay.
T-bone without the bone. I don't know. I believe those two are very close to being the same thing. I don't know. I don't know steaks that well.
Number 3, Bunghole Liquors.
Come on.
I swear to fucking God, this is in the U.S. Bunghole Liquors.
That's a pub.
It's a liquor store.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not related to a barrel because that's actually what bunghole is. But
It does
yeah.
make sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a barrel is a bunghole? You're talking about like the hole in the barrel?
the hole in the barrel
place
where
the
you
thing
plug it, I think.
Yeah, that's a bunghole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Never
you
known
know,
that before.
it's one of the it's definitely like where you put the cork in a barrel. That's the hole. There's a bunghole, and then there's I think the dowels when you do woodworking and you actually use the wooden dowels, the hole that you drill out before you put the wooden dowels in, I think those are called bungholes too.
An aperture through which a cask can be filled or emptied. Vulgar slang, the anus. Thanks,
Nice.
Google.
Thanks to Beavis and Butthead.
Thanks.
Yes.
Bunghole was one of the words that they got away with. Exactly. I mean, they didn't need to use swear words, but they were better than swear words. And that's the angst of animators, you know? Like, with Ren and Stimpy and with Beavis and Butthead, they had to do so much stuff to get... They were like, what can we get away with without even trying to get close to it?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Bunghole,
I'd really
Dill...
go back and watch either one of those two shows. You know, now we're, 20 years out?
Mhm.
And see how vulgar they really were compared to, like, you know, the average, like, the normal stuff that's on TV now.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I did. Like, with Ren and Stimpy and Rocko's Modern Life, those are both really... There's a lot of stuff you didn't catch as a kid.
Yeah,
Right.
they did that a lot with cartoons and
Yeah.
shit like that, too. But Beavis and Butthead was just plain blatant. You know,
Yeah.
but then they'd use their own words, so really...
It wasn't meant for kids.
No.
Like,
Frog Baseball, I mean, just the title alone.
Yeah.
Just instant, you're not allowed to watch that.
Mhm.
That's like, all right, I won't watch that. South Park.
Way worse.
Yeah.
Mom wouldn't let me watch either one for a long time. But I think
like,
I'm pretty
did
sure
she
South
lift the
Park lasted a little longer. What?
She left the band yet? She,
I
like,
knew
let you watch it?
I knew the band was lifted when I was like 14 or 15, and she got me South Park on DVD. So I was like, oh, I guess the band's lifted. And it was never officially lifted. I watched it anyway. But
And by South Park, it was just a reality show of some park in Georgia.
South Park Boys.
Yeah, that's what mom would always make that kind of mistake, like with DVDs or gifts or whatever. We'd be like, oh, like I got a shirt that was called The Soundgarden, and it was a music store.
She didn't get it in New York, did she? That was a place I used to buy all my CDs in New York.
She may have,
Soundgarden.
and well, the funny thing is how stupid the fucking kids were in school. They were like, "Where'd you get a Soundgarden shirt from?"
You worked then. It's just the best gift ever.
Right?
That's it. And I was like, did they not see the? I was like, the kids are so fucking stupid back then. All they cared about is, well, I mean, of course, I was one of those kids too. So I'm not gonna say that I didn't do stupid shit either. But it was kind of cool. I was like, oh, it says The Soundgarden, and I wore it once, and it was a big hit, and so I wore it over and over again. I actually wore it till it wore out. I was kind of hoping the would just wear off. That didn't happen. So Bunghole Liquors.
Speaking of Soundgarden, I feel like I haven't brought this up in a long time. So when we were kids, you used to tell us that your friend, maybe I have brought this up recently, but your friend Brandon, did you have a friend named Brandon that was kind of an asshole?
Yeah.
His grandfather was the guy from Soundgarden. Not the guy from Soundgarden. That he was the old guy from, what was Soundgarden's really big song? I'm drawing a blank.
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah. He was the old guy from the video.
And he also was in Dollman versus the Demonic Toys.
I don't know.
He was a guy on a tricycle, and he rode around the beginning of the movie, and he fell over and busted his head open, blood all over the place. So he was in movies too, but it was actually.
Was a true story.
It was a true story. It was actually his brother's, I think, real father, and he was the guy that was in the video going, like, looking in the sky, freaking out, and he always has a beard, like, in anything that he acted in. And I don't remember his name, though, specifically, but, yeah, he was in a few things. But that actually happened.
Huh. I always thought you were full of shit on that one.
No, it was real. I mean, it was a really, shit, that was a popular video back then, too.
Right.
And he was a popular character, obviously, in the popular video. That video was fucking weird.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of weird shit.
I don't remember exactly what it was about, but I remember it being weird and it being holy-ish, devil holy-ish.
Yeah. Bung-holy-ish.
Sure.
So, cock polishing services.
Wow.
I'm assuming that the family's last name is Cock, and they have a polishing service. So
Or it's the back room of an Asian massage parlor.
no, that's actually Hung Far Low, which is the next one.
How far do you have to go to just realize you shouldn't use your own last name? It's like the air conditioning company around here or whatever that Nick's ex worked with, WW Gay. Why would you use that?
I don't know. There's something about being
WW
gay.
Gay is the name of the company, WW Gay. I'm not saying that's super vulgar or anything, but it's just like, why would you do that instead of just saying something else, air conditioning?
Right.
I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it, but there's something about being gay.
Yeah. I bet.
So cock polishing services, and then the next one is Hung Far Low. That one's actually in the U.S., though. That doesn't make sense. Hung Far Low and it being in the U.S., really.
Hung Far Low.
Yeah. I don't even know what it is. Like, even in the article, John couldn't explain it.
Yeah, I can't even begin to guess what that possibly is.
Spelled exactly how you think.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly how you think.
It's like Cream of Some Young Guy.
It's shit like that.
Yeah.
And the last one is Knobs and Knockers. I just had to put that one on there. I'm like, come on.
Oh, no.
That one kind of makes sense, though. Like, for a door, I could see that, and I honestly wouldn't even think for some reason, there's something about those two words.
But only if I saw a reference to something. Like, I feel like if you just said, "Hey, I'm going to buy something at Knobs and Knockers. You want to come?" Like, what are you getting? Getting some fake titties?
Yeah. You want,
But like if I saw a picture of a door handle, or you said I was gonna go pick something up for my house, maybe at Knobs and Knockers, I might.
Yeah.
Or pick something up for a door at the house.
It'd have to be in a phrase. But if I saw it on the side of a van, I wouldn't really think of anything. Which is weird, because if my father was in the van, instantly it would be pointed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Insta-point.
Yeah.
Knobs and Knockers. And then you think about it, it's like, to me, that one's kind of a real good name, because if you have everything to do with doors, then Knobs and Knockers is a no-brainer for your business name. We don't sell the doors, but we sell the parts. What should we call ourselves? Knobs and Knockers. All right. Now that seems like it would be a business name that would be in the UK.
Yeah, especially because I feel like they might use knockers more than we do in the US still.
Right. Exactly. Speaking of knobs, I remember one time on Halloween, as a joke, speaking of Brandon from back in the day, we actually would take condoms and put them on people's doorknobs, and it would stretch enough to where it still looks like the regular doorknob, and then they would just feel that little slick willy type of little slipperiness on there. Which I wouldn't even know what it felt like if we didn't do that, because I never fucking used condoms. It's ridiculous. These little rubber things. They're slingshots. You fill them up with whatever you want, but not a penis. They're just not. It's not happening. But Knobs and Knockers, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's pretty much it for the show, I think, because what is it, 8:34, and do we got to do the shitty? We doing a shitty aftermath, or?
Well, you got anything to talk about for shitty aftermath?
Not really. Not besides I have to take a shit.
Anything else everybody's got to say?
Yeah, where the hell's Jimmy? He said that I wanted to know what happened with his phone. Supposedly he's getting a phone off of Craigslist, and
Probably dead now.
Well, he called me. He called me today at like 3 o'clock. I called him back at like 4:30, and he didn't answer, and then I never heard back from him.
Just because he's getting a phone.
It's getting skinned alive is what you meant to say.
God. Jesus.
Craigslist killer.
The old Craigslist killer.
Craigslist or Uber, which one do you think is more dangerous?
Why, has there been bad things that have happened on Uber?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a guy that just murdered a bunch of people that had nothing to do with Uber, really.
Oh.
He was an Uber driver, and he killed people.
Something that has everything to do with Uber.
No, well, yeah, that's what the news is painting it as. But I started realizing this has nothing to do with Uber at all, though, because he's an Uber driver that killed people, but he didn't kill them while he was doing the service. Yeah.
Oh, so he was still a professional.
No, but it is really weird because you think he would, because he was killing people, and like in just like stores or something. I don't remember what I didn't fact check.
Yeah, but business and
that
pleasure
guy's a real
doesn't mix.
professional, though.
That's what I'm saying. No business and pleasure mixing there.
I
It's
know.
like,
But he would kill people, and then he'd drive like the same day, like right after he'd drive people around and drive them erratically, though. He'd drive erratically. They said some guy like got out like when he just stopped at a stop sign. He's just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This guy's driving crazy. And so he's doing that kind of stuff. He might have been trying to kill someone in the car.
so
I don't
he
know.
went a little crazy during work, but that's normal.
Yeah, but I think some people actually made it their destination. He didn't kill anybody, but then like he just killed someone after that. It was weird. You think he'd just like pick him up, take him somewhere, and then kill him.
I think the Google self-driving car has a better chance of actually killing people than that Uber driver during Uber hours.
You'd have to be pretty dumb to kill somebody as an Uber driver, because you're so everything you're doing is tracked. Like, you're gonna get caught.
This guy didn't care. I think he's just like done with life. He's just like, I'm gonna kill people.
Right.
This is you get that kind of attitude. That's the dangerous one.
There's no avoiding that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Somebody
mean,
could
he's
feel
an
that
Uber
way.
driver.
And just drive
He's
into
already done.
people, and you could be in that crowd of people. You just gotta chalk that up to bad luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just feel that when you're already done with life, that's when you're an Uber driver.
I don't know, man. I've ridden a lot of Ubers, and those dudes love their job. Every person I've ever talked to that was an Uber driver, they love their job. They're ecstatic to work for Uber. It's unbelievable.
So they have a good attitude.
Yes, every single person I've ever had.
They probably get, you know what it is? Here's what I think it is. I think it's pizza drivers with making better wages now, for the most part. Like somebody that has a car, likes to drive, would usually deliver pizzas, and they go, you know what, this is way fucking better, and we get way better tips at an hourly rate, you know?
Yeah.
So I could see, like, maybe in a city or something like that, people switching from pizza delivery guys to Uber drivers just for the simple fact they can make a shitload more money.
Right.
Now we just need Uber to
make your own hours.
That's
that is actually the best thing. Yeah, you could switch it on because I mean when you're moonlighting as a murderer, that it's very convenient.
It's true. Very flexible hours to go with your murdering hours.
Yeah, flexible, like the rubber dildos you beat the shit out of people with.
I don't know.
I don't know
from, but sure.
That was accusation. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Allegedly.
You're coining this guy as the dildo killer?
He could be the dildo killer. Edward Rubber Hands.
I guess it was only a matter of time.
There's already an Edward Dildo Hands.
Is there really?
Edward Penis Hands. I don't know. There's a porno with Edward Scissor Hands, but he has dicks on his hands instead. I've seen a picture of it. I haven't looked into it, but I just saw a picture of it. Of course, on the internet, someone's going to post that.
You didn't look into it?
No.
Okay.
I got to look it up real quick.
You fucking made my funny vein come out. Oh, God. Hey, baby, are you burning the house? I don't hear her, but I smell smoke.
Is she cooking dinner?
If that's what we want to call it.
Here it is.
Baby. Are you going to post it up?
Yeah, I'm going to just show a picture of it real quick.
Gotta tell you, the suspense is killing me right now.
Watch it just be a picture of Sam with dildos on his fingers. How is that a porno? It actually looks like Johnny Depp with dubbed dildos.
It does.
Yeah, it does. I think I looked it up one time. I tried to look it up now. I can't find it. Oh, shit.
Oh, there it goes.
Please.
Penetrating the internet.
There we go.
He only had 2 cocks on each hand. I thought maybe he would have had multiple rubbers. Boners.
Penis Hands, because I can't find it. I swear it said it was... All right, Edward Penis Hands, 1991. IMDb.
91. Wow. That's before internet, right?
I mean, it was before mass internet.
Yeah.
Right. Like free porno is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh,
so
definitely. Yeah, that was...
So that's a classic.
96, 97-ish that it started.
Maybe it's not
even barely coming around.
It just says adult comedy fantasy, so maybe it's not a porno. Well, it says adult. I mean, like, what do you mean, like adult?
Well, if it says adult
porn
comedy
parody,
fantasy.
okay, porn parody, surreal, sex comedy, sexual humor. All right, so it's a funny porn.
Right, I couldn't tell by the picture or anything.
Yeah.
What the hell does he go around doing? I mean, like, Edward Scissorhand trimmed bushes? Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
Well, that's about it.
Finger trimmers.
Mwah! Good night, everybody. Show over.
All right, I'll end it.